Hey guys, welcome to another video. So I got really excited about this video, so I'm actually doing this on Wednesday, which is a day a video is already up. So I'm gonna be pretty impatient until Saturday when I get to post this. But yeah, I'm doing the style challenge. This is a challenge I've wanted to do for a while, but I was a little bit nervous that I wouldn't do a good job at it, so I didn't attempt it until now. Yeah, so to start out, I'm drawing my style, just really quickly. It's just, the style you guys have always seen. My style has a bit of cell shading involved, and I always draw kind of these big anime-esque eyes, and yeah, I'm drawing my character Lucy, by the way. She's going to be the morphing character throughout this video, so yeah. So the first style I chose to go with was Rugrats, and this is actually the style from the spin-off show of Rugrats, All Grown Up, which I really liked that show when I was younger, and I have seen every episode of it, so yeah. So I based the base of the character off of Angelica and Susie. I kind of used Angelica's eyes for the I changed everything a little bit so it wasn't exact, but yeah, Angelica's eyes were kind of the eyes I chose for the base of this drawing. Yeah, a reoccurring theme throughout this video is the braids being really hard to draw in each drawing, because not a lot of shows draw braids. I think because they're probably hard to animate, because it takes a long time to draw a braid, so a lot of times they draw them in little bumps instead. I don't think I saw any braids in this show, but this is what I thought they would look like if they did include braids. So the style had a lot of mixed line art through the hair, so I included that. And the picture I was looking at, all the characters had this really thick outline on their cheek. I don't think that's actually how it is in the show, but this was kind of not concept art, but cover art for the show. They gave them these really big cheek thick black outlines, so that's what I did. I don't think that carries on through the show, but it did in this official cover art for the show, so yeah. I guess a little bit about Lucy is she has these goggles, and of course she has red hair and braids that are tied back. She's supposed to have these mechanic goggles. I'm not sure if I like the way I draw them currently, but that's how I draw them currently. So I tried to kind of replicate that through all the styles. Yeah. So, and then to sort of make the picture look nice, I just put a teal background behind every head that I drew. So the next style I'm going to be focusing on is Studio Ghibli. And this one I was really nervous about, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it came out. Studio Ghibli has a really simple style, and it seems really hard to recreate. It's very, it's kind of an anime style, but at the same time, it's very unique to itself and the way they do eyes. So the character I was referencing for this was Kiki, from Kiki's Delivery Service, and a couple of other characters from that show as well, to sort of get the head shape right, because this head shape for girls is very consistent throughout almost all of his movies, and also the way he draws, the way the studio draws the eyes and stuff. So yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Another thing I noticed throughout drawing this is every single style has a different way of drawing the inner ear, the not fold, but like the way the ear is shaped. the inside, it's like different throughout every single style, and it's pretty interesting. Yeah, the only thing I wasn't too happy with this particular style this drawing was the hair. I had a lot of trouble figuring out how they did hair with Studio Ghibli. It was like, I don't know, they had strands of hair, but not throughout the entire hair, just mostly focusing towards the very front of the hair, is where you'd see separation. So that's why the line of the hair doesn't like flow all the way through in this one. Wow, that was flipping a lot because I was trying to get the angle of the head right. I remember that was really tricky because like they all have like kind of this really round head, but yeah, the curve is very precise. It's like never changing. I also had to, size this up because I drew it pretty small. Yeah, and then for coloring, it was pretty simple. I do go in and give it like a really harsh contrast, because I see that a lot in Studio Ghibli movies where the shading will just be like shading one half of the entire face in certain lighting conditions. So that's pretty cool, and I thought I would replicate that because it seemed like it helped it to look more like that style. I had a little trouble cropping this part. I think it'll fix itself in just a second. I might have to go back in. Nope, it's good. Yeah, and then the eyes, they had, white behind them, so I added that. I think the coloring of everything really brought this one together because with animation and TV shows, they don't tend to do a whole lot of shading, just blocking in specific areas. So yeah, this is where I did that like big blocked out half face shading because I thought that was just like a reoccurring thing with a lot of the screenshots I looked at from their movies, just like a large section of the face being shaded, and I thought that would be really cool to replicate. Yeah, so now I'm gonna be drawing Bee and Puppycat. Yeah, sorry, it took me a little while to remember. Yeah, I love this show, and I wasn't really planning on doing this as the style challenge, but after I was like getting kind of, I don't know, like not burn out, I was just like not sure which one to draw next. I started looking at cartoons, and then I like remembered that I love drawing Bee and Puppycat stuff, so yeah, I thought I would go for doing that. This is where like the ear shape, you can really see, they do their ear shape pretty interesting. Also, Bee and Puppycat inks everything in a brown color, so I thought that was pretty cool. And the eyes are like large ovals I actually did not reference Bee for this character. I referenced mostly Deckard because I think I wanted to make Lucy look like a background character and not the main character, because Bee looks a little bit different from everyone else because she's like the focal point. So I actually made my character similar to Deckard and Deckard's sister, whose name I can't remember right now. Yeah, so this was pretty cool. And also I realized Bee and Puppycat does like absolutely no shading in their show. Like there was no like blocked out shaded parts. Everything was basically just solid colors, which made it easier for me because I didn't have to go in and add anything. Also, I couldn't find any picture of braids drawn in Bee and Puppycat. Bee's hairstyle changes a lot throughout the show, but they never gave her braids, so I couldn't use any braid references. But I really like the way what I came up with for what braids might look like in the show. Just giving like these really puffy bumps to her lower ponytails. And yeah, I thought that kind of resembled the show pretty cool. I also, in just a second here, I'll be drawing her goggles, and I made them a little bulkier and just more circular. I actually used a circle tool. And I think these goggles came out the best, like, for the show. Like, this is how I would imagine they would probably draw them. I have no idea what happened right here, but the video got, like, compressed, so bear with me on that. The last style I'm going to do is the wild thornberries, and this was kind of an interesting choice for me because I remember never liking the wild thornberry style as a kid. I loved the show, and I feel like it was just like I really related to it as a kid, but yeah, I didn't like the style at all. Thought it was kind of like, I mean, it was silly, that's for sure, but I think the only character I actually liked was Debbie, because she's drawn in a slightly different style. She has different eyes from everyone else's. Yeah, but I did like the fact that, like, everybody's lips were, like, at the very bottom of their face, like, just on their chin, basically, and I thought that was pretty funny, and it was easy to make this one look, like it came from the show because of, like, the very distinct style that almost everybody in the show has. It's just, like, that lower lip and those little eyes and stuff, so yeah, this one was pretty fun to do. Yeah, and I kind of referenced, is it Liza? I don't know why I'm not remembering that correctly. Her hair, for the main character's hair, for Lucy's hairstyle. And they did have braids because the main character has braids, so those were pretty easy to get. And everyone's neck is super, super long in this show, so that was also pretty funny. And the eyes are just little circles with little dots, and everybody's eyebrow kind of has, you know, just like a curved big black curved line. And yeah, there's actually some shading in this show, so that was pretty cool to be able to include. Yeah. Anyway, video is going to be coming to an end, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry if I sounded really rambly. I'm just, like, so excited about how these pictures came out. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I guess I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!